Barbie is continuing to crush it at the box office. Even though this movie wasn't targeted for me, it is still doing massive numbers at the box office, and it is still #1 at the box office, even though 2 movies released this weekend at the box office. Barbie did $17 million today on Friday, roughly, and we had 2 new movies come out this week in August. We had The Meg 2 come out today officially, and then Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles came out on Tuesday, August 1st, and it did $9.3 million at the box office. And then you got Oppenheimer, did $8.3 million. Haunted Mansion did $2.6 million. Sound of Freedom still is up there. It did $2.2 million. Talk to Me did $1.9 million. Mission Impossible did a miserable $1.8 million. And Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny did an insufferable $460,000 at the box office. But Barbie is continuing to crush it. It is closing in on $1 billion. It should hit the $1 billion mark by the end of this week into next week, as it is at $845 million worldwide. It's matched pretty much the same numbers domestically and internationally. So it's not doing crazy numbers internationally, but it is doing very well domestically, and it is not slowing down yet. While Barbie is continuing to crush it, The Meg 2 is not doing that well right now. The Meg 2 box office sinks on opening weekend, scores 38% less than the 2018 OG blockbuster. That could be some very bad news because this budget is pretty high. It's right around the same as The Meg, and The Meg had $178 million. I think it's a little bit lower than that, but still, this movie needs to make right around $300 million just to break even at the box office. But the thing with these movies is that it'll do very well internationally, unlike a lot of movies recently. But let's look at The Meg 2. It's done $12 million so far, only $80,000 internationally. It really hasn't hit the international market yet, so they're still reporting their numbers. So we'll have to wait over time to see how the international market responds to this. But domestically, it's been pretty rough so far. It had a horrible Thursday with $3.2 million in 3,400 theaters. And then it did kind of okay today with roughly $12 million at the box office on its opening day. But The Meg did $527 million. 145 of it was domestically, and then it did very well internationally. It did $381 million internationally. So this movie tends to do pretty well internationally. So we'll have to see what The Meg 2 does. But The Meg opened to $45 million in its first week, and as you can see, it did $4 million in previews, and then it opened to $16 million. So The Meg 2 is tracking a little bit behind The Meg, but we'll have to see how it all plays out in the international market. The international market could save it, but the budget is a little bit less, so it doesn't have to do as much as The Meg did to make money. But anyway, that's all from me. If you liked the video, hit the like button, comment your guys' thoughts down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.